So I read 2 books recently, which off rip is a big deal because I promise you I'm not a reader. But the books moved me enough that I wanted to make a video about it because I feel like this is something for everyone. So what I read about was mindfulness. There's been a lot of research and studies about mindfulness and what it does for people mentally or physically, but I am not a researcher nor a scientist, so I'm not going to talk about none of that. The people who like that stuff will find it on their own. Instead, I want to talk about what it's done for me and what I think we all deserve, and to me, that's relief. For so many of us, it's like we're going through life with these dirty glasses on that start to cloud how we see everything, how we see the world, how we see ourselves. And that quote-unquote dirt that's clouding our vision is stuff from the past, worrying about the future, things that stress you out, things that stay on your mind. And trying this whole mindfulness thing, it's felt like taking off those glasses and looking in the mirror, no matter how ugly it looks sometimes, and saying, this is me, this is how I feel right now, this is the real me, and there's nothing wrong with whatever I'm looking at. And because I still haven't given a definition yet, mindfulness is basically just being in the present moment. That's it. You're not thinking about what you have to do in 2 hours, you're not thinking about what you might have messed up before. You're literally only focusing on what you're doing. You could be doing something as simple as making your bed. While you're making your bed, you're only thinking about the fact that your comforter could be a little dirty and that pillow's crooked. That's it. Think about when you were a kid on a car ride. It was an adventure. The moon is following the car, you're seeing all these animals in the clouds, you're looking at everything. It's like a whole experience. Now think about all the times you've driven to work or school or whatever, and you were so like on autopilot, you didn't even remember making the drive. Like if someone asked you if it was cloudy outside, you wouldn't even know because your mind was so preoccupied, you just that's what I'm trying to convince you to not do. Or another example, if you ever go on a hike or you go somewhere really high and you look down on the world and like you're so stunned by what you're seeing, you're not thinking about the test you failed, you're not thinking about the interview you didn't get, you're literally just thinking about how beautiful it is what you're looking at. That's you being mindful, that's you only being in the present. We're so conditioned to think that you always got to be doing something, you always got to be bettering yourself, you always got to be moving forward. But what they don't tell you is when you're always thinking about what you're supposed to be moving towards, you're not actually moving, you're just thinking about it, you're not moving anywhere. And that puts us in this cycle of stress where we rarely get to enjoy just being ourselves, just being here. The only time you can make your future better is in the present. And this is where I transition to the math portion of the video, because if my emotional appeal didn't get you, my math problem will. Okay, so follow me again. This is you. You have 2 things that you care about that you really want to do. You're going to do one of them today, and you're going to try to do the other one tomorrow. You can only give 100% total. How you decide to divvy that up is up to you. You start working on the first thing. While you're doing that, your mind starts thinking about A, last time you tried this, you messed up. B, the thing I gotta do tomorrow is gonna be really hard. You have officially split up your 100%. You're now giving 20% to how you screwed up last time, and you're giving 10% to what you have to do tomorrow. So to break that down, now you're giving 70% to what you're working on, C minus. You're giving 20% to the past, which is behind you, that's still an F. And now you're giving a 10% effort to the task tomorrow, that's another F. So if you produce a C minus, an F, and an F, I don't care what you're doing or where you are, you're getting held back. What's more productive to do is to give 100% to what you're doing, just the best you have at that time. And then when you're done with it, you're done thinking about it. So when you get to tomorrow, you have another fresh 100% to give to that task. So now you have 2 things that you've given 100% on versus 70 here, 50 here, 30 there. If you give 100%, that's all you have. You can be proud of that. And you start to learn that things that are stressing you out, if you can't take care of them right now, you don't have to always think about them. You can think about what you're doing and take care of those things when you're in a position to take care of them. Granted, I'm talking like I'm living like Larry, but actually, this is something I'm trying to like gradually figure out how to do in different parts of my life just to relieve a little bit of stress, and I feel like it's something that all of us can implement at some point in our lives. There's a lot going on in the world right now for a lot of different people, and just because you aren't thinking about it 24/7, it doesn't mean you don't care. You aren't selfish to take a little bit of time for yourself just to clear your mind and reduce stress. You are more helpful to the people you want to help if you're in a good spot than if you're constantly stressed out. You deserve to take time for yourself. You deserve to love being in the skin that you're in. And hopefully this video gives you one way to possibly try something that might help make life a little bit easier. Also, These are the 2 books I read. This is a 2-minute video that shows you an exercise to show you what mindfulness feels like. There's a lot of videos like that. Some of them will be a little weird, like eat a raisin and feel how many grooves there are in your teeth. I don't know, it worked for me, maybe it'll work for you. And lastly, the only way to cement a video about life is I'm gonna end with this quote by Maya Angelou. If you must look back, do so forgivingly. If you must look forward, do so prayerfully. However, the wisest thing you can do is be present in the present, gratefully. So I got deuces, peace out, God first, God bless. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, you know, all that good stuff, you feel me?